An epic, continuous oceanic journey begins right here. Tracing the lyrical story beats of a wayfinder's evolution, a brand new adventure unfolds from the safety of home all the way to the farthest edges of the sea. Here is the path we're charting today. 1. The return to Motunui. 2. A brand new call. 3. Assembling the wayfinding crew. 4. The giant clam's warning. 5. Maui and the storm god. And 6. Reaching the horizon.
Part 1. The return to Motunui. Our story actually opens not in peril, but in total celebration.
Moana's past choices have literally breathed life back into the water. The village is lush, it's thriving, they're weaving new kites, building new homes, and expanding their families. They're even pulling the roofs higher. And the ancestors? They're incredibly proud because what was once lost has finally been found. They aren't just islanders anymore, they are actively honoring their voyaging past, totally connected with both the land and the sea.
Part 2. A brand new call. Because as we know, a true wayfinder is never anchored for long.
Just as the island settles into this beautiful peace, the winds change, and destiny sets itself right back into motion. Moana is drawn to new stars. She hears new skies calling her by name, and she realizes that to find the future of her people, she has to embark on a journey that is far more intimidating than her first. The source text literally tells us this is bigger than before. That piece in Motunui, it was really just a resting point for a much larger destiny. So we hit this incredibly heavy internal conflict. She fears losing herself entirely between the home she deeply loves and the great unknown that lies ahead. The lyrics actually reveal her agonizing over leaving everything and everyone she's ever known. She asks, will I lose myself between my home and what's unknown? She worries about how to say goodbye and if her loved ones will ever really understand why she had to leave. But ultimately, she knows exactly who she is, Vaiana of the land and of the sea, and she promises she's going to return to those sands again.
Part 3. Assembling the wayfinding crew. She accepts the call, setting sail on a new canoe with a fresh, highly eccentric crew.
You definitely can't sail into the great beyond alone, right? So we are immediately introduced to Lokoto. She's this energetic inventor who firmly believes that perfection is just a myth, and falling on your face is actually the best way to progress. While others on the boat are singing about how nothing is better than this oceanic ride, Lokotil interrupts to point out that, technically speaking, something better could exist. She describes herself as a real bright thinker, a genius tinker, and hilariously, a model canoe sinker. Loto has this wildly blunt, three-step motto for the voyage: failing fantastically, learning by running another test, and finally, death. It is a stark, laugh-out-loud contrast to your typical hero's journey. It proves this new crew is messy. They're drastically messing up, but they are absolutely fearless about trying again. Part 4. The giant clam's warning. The crew pushes forward into some seriously treacherous waters. They encounter this massive existential creature who's been stuck fading in the ocean for 1,000 years. This giant clam serves as a super unconventional guide. After a whole millennium of wading through its own fears, stuck like static in the gloom, the clam basically urges Moana to break all the rules, trust the fall, and stop playing it safe if she actually wants to cross the distance. The creature tells her there is absolutely no map to her destination. If she keeps playing it safe, she'll never know what's out there. It's a massive push to live boldly on the edge. And the timeline of this voyage escalates rapidly. One day, they're just rocking and rolling on the waves. A week later, they are getting advice from an existential clam. And by month 1, they find themselves staring down a terrifying, bullying storm god. Part 5. Maui and the Storm God. Just when the waters look completely unforgiving, the ultimate demigod hype man steps back onto the deck. They are facing a cataclysmic storm god, a god who, Maui humorously points out, skips leg day for real. It proves that even in literal doomsday scenarios, there's always room for a little bravado. Maui just brushes off the apocalypse, saying, "You think that it's doomsday? To me, it's just Tuesday." It injects this perfect burst of energy right when the stakes are at their absolute highest. Maui breaks down his plan to beat the curse into 3 simple steps. Remember your name and legacy, drop all the fear and questioning, and level up to make some history. He's reminding Moana that their roles have completely reversed. It is her turn to save the day. He tells her she has the tricks right up her sleeve. It's a total flip from their past dynamic. He even explicitly states, "I'm a better me because of her," and admits he used to be the demigod in distress. Now, she's the one being put to the test.
This heartfelt moment really showcases how Maui's belief pushes Moana to unleash her true potential. Even though he admits the odds literally couldn't be worse, his absolute faith in her is the catalyst. He's making a bet on the bravest and greatest wayfinder he's ever met, telling her to go get her destiny. Part 6. Reaching the horizon. Fueled by her crew's resilience and her mentor's faith, Moana finally breaks through the storm.
She arrives at a place where the sky and horizon never end. They successfully expand the legacy of the Wayfinders, rising side by side with the tide, leaving no shore unexplored. They race toward the beyond and find a brand new island. But crucially, as the lyrics tell us, they always keep their home in their minds. They know the way back. This brings us to the core of this entire journey, a powerful question. Who are you going to be? From a thriving island to the terrifying edge of the uncharted sea, this narrative reminds us that answering that question means accepting failure, ignoring the safe route, and sailing straight into the storm to find out what lies beyond.